Maternal and child nursing questions and answers. The nurse is instructing a female client how to do breast self examination. Which of the following is the best time to perform this exam? A. After ovulation. B. After the period. C. 2 weeks after period. D. 3 days before period. B. After the period. Which of the following classification of placenta previa is applicable when the placental edge is 5 centimeters away from the internal cervical os? A. Total. B. Partial. C. Marginal. D. Complete. The answer is C. Marginal. A post-date pregnant woman is admitted for the induction of labor. Her fetal heart rate and vital signs are within normal range. Her intravenous line is maintained and she is to be started on low doses of labor-inducing medication. Which of the following medication the mother is likely to receive intravenously? A. Oxytocin. B. Cervidil. C. Cytotec. D. Cytoxin. Answer is A. Oxytocin. Which of the following patients are at risk for cord prolapse? A. Fetus that remains at high station. B. Mother with oligohydramnios. C. Presenting part of station at positive. D. Intact membranes. Answer is A. Fetus that remains at high station. While taking care of a patient with a spinal cord injury, the patient suddenly complains of pounding headache. Upon assessment, the patient was found to have diaphoresis, drop in heart rate, and elevated blood pressure. Autonomic dysreflexia is suspected, and the head of the bed is elevated. Which of the following is the most important action immediately? A. Notify the physician. B. Assess bladder for distension. C. Continue to monitor for the next hour. Here is B. Assess bladder for distension. Vital statistics and control of communicable disease serve many functions. Which of the following is the basic function for health? A. Public. B. Mental. C. Education. D. Maternal and child. The answer is A. Public. A mother of a 6-month-old infant decided to wean her child. Which of the following is the best principle for weaning process? A. Start the weaning process by 8 months of life. B. Gradually replace one breast session at a time. C. Discontinues the nighttime feeding first. D. Allow the child to take a bottle of milk or juice on the bed. Answer is B. Gradually replace one breast session at a time. A midwife is conducting a health education session to the primigravida mothers. The session is about antepartum care to ensure the health of the mother and their babies. Which of the following statements made by the mother suggests their appropriate understanding of antepartum periods? A. Beginning of labor till the baby birth. B. Diagnosis of pregnancy till the baby birth. C. Last 3 months of pregnancy. D. 40 days after the child is born. Answer is C. Last 3 months of pregnancy. A 41 weeks pregnant was admitted to labor and delivery unit for induction with oxytocin infusion. 3 hours later, her contractions are 5 to 6 minutes and strong. Which of the following is the best nursing action? A. Give an analgesic. B. Stop the oxytocin and inform the doctor. C. Gives psychological support. D. Change position to left lateral. Answer is B. Stop the oxytocin and inform the doctor. General knowledge. The total antenatal visits, 10 to 12 visits every 4 weeks in the first 28 weeks, every 2 weeks in 32 to 36 weeks, every week from 36 weeks to 40 weeks. Question. What is the antenatal assessment schedule for women from the period of conception to 28 weeks of gestation? A. Once a week. B. Every 2 weeks. C. Every 3 weeks. D. Every 4 weeks. Answer is D. Every 4 weeks. A nurse is instructing a 20 years old newly gravida woman about side effect of oral contraceptive. Which of the following is stated by the woman indicates for further education? A. Nausea. B. Headache. C. Weight gain. D. Ovarian cancer. Answer is D. Ovarian cancer. A 33-week pregnant mother is on her routine medications that include iron supplements, folic acid, multivitamins, and calcium supplement. Despite all medication, her hemoglobin has not been increased since last 2 months. She is experiencing more fatigue and lethargy since for the past few weeks. Which of the following intervention is the most desired? A. Add vitamin C to increase drug absorption. B. Start injectable multivitamins as per regimen. C. Advise increase intake of organ meat and fortified food. D. Advise increase food intake by frequent small meals and snacks. The answer is A. Add vitamin C to increase drug absorption. A primigravida attend the antenatal clinic for her routine visit. The nurse performed an abdominal palpation and found the fundus to be midway between the symphysis pubis and the umbilicus. What are the weeks of gestation according to these findings? A. 8 weeks. B. 16 weeks. C. 24 weeks. D. 28 weeks. The answer is B. 16 weeks. The location of the fundus moves as the pregnancy progresses. At about 12 weeks in pregnancy, the fundus is in almost the same spot as your pubic bone. By the time you reach 20 weeks, your fundus is at your belly button. This is about the time your fundal height and weeks of pregnancy begin to match one another. At around 36 weeks, your fundus reach your sternum or breastbone. What is the meaning of the acronym A of RIDA, which is used to assess the perineum after birth? A. The status of edges of the perineal wound, it should be closed. B. Presence of discharge from the perineal wound. C. The presence of bruising of the perineal wound. D. Excessive swelling of the perineal area. The RIDA scale is a tool that assesses the inflammatory process and tissue healing in the perineal area through the evaluation of the 5 items of healing: the redness, edema, ecchymosis, discharge, and approximation of the wound edges. A pregnant woman has visited the antenatal clinic. Her last menstrual date was on the 10th of August this year. Her menstrual cycle was regular at 28th day. What is the expected date of delivery? A. 17th May next year. B. 20th May next year. C. 23rd May next year. D. 25th May next year. The answer is A. 17th May next year. Naegele's rule involves a simple calculations. Add 7 days to the first day of your LMP and then subtract 3 months. For example, if your LMP was August 10 this year, add 7 days and subtract 3 months. So the result is 17th of May next year. A 30 years old woman, gravida 3 para 2, in her 20 weeks pregnancy was complaining of increased leukorrhea. During past weeks, the nurse reassured the mother and explained the reason of these secretions. A. Vaginal infection. B. Expansion of uterus. C. Stimulation of cervix. D. Production of estrogen. The answer is D. Production of estrogen. You might notice more vaginal discharge than usual when you are pregnant. This is called leukorrhea. It usually looks clear or white and doesn't have a strong smell. It's caused by a higher level of the hormones estrogen and progesterone in pregnancy. Red lochia sometimes happen during postpartum. Foul smell for the first 3 to 10 postpartum days. The nurse should expect that the patient may have A. Lochia pink, B. Signs of abnormal hemoglobin. C. Infection. D. Bleeding. The answer is C. Infection. Which of the following assessment findings indicates laceration of the canal in the fourth stage of labor? A. Red-brown lochia. B. Firm, contracted uterus. C. Fundus is palpated at the level of the umbilicus. D. More than one saturated perineal pad per hour. The answer is D. More than one saturated perineal pad per hour. Which of the following must be checked during the third period of postpartum period by the nurse? A. The flow of milk. B. Uterine prolapse. C. Exclusive breastfeeding. D. Complete involution of the uterus. The answer is C. Exclusive breastfeeding. A child with severe bronchial asthma is started on prednisone. Which of the following is a side effect of prednisone that might be exhibited by the child? A. Anorexia. B. Weight loss. C. Anemia and fever. D. Neurologic symptoms. The answer is A. Anorexia. Prednisone side effects: stomach upset, nausea. These symptoms can often be avoided when prednisone is taken after eating. High blood sugar or hyperglycemia, swelling, high blood pressure, mood swings, insomnia, osteoporosis, cataracts, and steroid dependency. A woman was rushed to the emergency room because of vaginal bleeding, mild cramps, tenderness over the uterus, and closed cervix. After the assessment, it was suspected that the patient may be lead to inevitable abortion. What is the possible management of this patient? A. Bed rest. B. Surgical management. C. Induction of oxytocin. D. Dilatation and curettage. The answer is D. Dilatation and curettage. Which of the following nursing responsibilities should be done immediately following administration of lumbar epidural anesthesia to a woman in labor? A. Reposition from side to side. B. Administer oxygen. C. Increase IV fluid as indicated. D. Assess for maternal hypotension. The answer is D. Assess for maternal hypotension. At the antenatal clinic, a 9-month pregnant woman notifies the nurse that she is concerned of her weight gain of 15 kg during this pregnancy, and she is in need to start a diet program. Which of the following is the best nursing response? A. The weight gain is normal during pregnancy. B. You can reduce the carbohydrates in your diet. C. Wait till you have the baby and start a diet program. D. This weight gain is lower than you should gain during pregnancy. The answer is A. This weight gain is normal during pregnancy. Intrauterine growth curves were used to classify a 32 weeks old preterm newborn. Birth weight and gestational age shows the infant growth rate falls below the 10th percentile. What is the priority nursing diagnosis for a newborn with small for gestational age? A. Risk for injury related to impaired gluconeogenesis. B. Risk for impaired gas exchange related to meconium aspiration. C. Risk for ineffective thermoregulation related to lack of subcutaneous fat. D. Risk for altered nutrition less than body requirements related to increased metabolic needs. The answer is C. Risk for ineffective thermoregulation related to lack of subcutaneous fat. A nurse is leading an educational session on the correct use of oral contraceptives. One of the attendees asked the nurse what to do if she missed taking an oral contraceptives for one day. Which of the following should be the nurse advice to her? A. Continue as usual with no backup contraception. B. Take an active pill immediately and take the next pill at the usual time. C. Take 2 pills as soon as possible and then 1 pill daily at the usual time. D. Use backup contraception such as condom for the next 7 days. The answer is B. Take an active pill immediately and take the next pill at the usual time. Which of the following represents secondary infertility? A. Male infertility. B. A couple that does not conceive. C. Infertility that occurs after previous pregnancy. D. Infertility lasts for more than 3 years. The answer is C. Infertility that occurs after previous pregnancy. A woman patient with a body mass index of 35 is admitted to the ward. Which of the following nursing diagnosis related to imbalance is the most appropriate? A. Activity intolerance. B. Less than body requirements. C. More than body requirements. D. Deficient knowledge on normal nutrition. The answer is C. More than body requirements. A nurse is providing a health education for a prima gravida patient who has gestational diabetes mellitus. Which of the following statements made by the patient indicates the need for additional education? A. I should not do exercises. B. I should follow the prescribed diet. C. I should monitor my blood glucose. D. I should report any signs of infection. The answer is A. I should not do exercises. Gestational diabetes is high blood sugar that starts or is found during pregnancy. The best time for glucose screening tests during pregnancy is A. 7 to 12 weeks. B. 17 to 18 weeks. C. 24 to 28 weeks. D. 20 to 35 weeks. Answer C. 24 to 28 weeks. Most pregnant women have a glucose screening test between 24 and 28 weeks of pregnancy. The test may be done earlier if you have a high glucose level in your urine during your routine prenatal visits, or if you have a high risk for diabetes. Which of the following statement described the latent phase? A. First 3 cm of cervical dilatation. B. From onset of labor to full dilatation. C. When the cervix is 100% effaced. D. Time of progress from 4 cm to 7 cm. Answer is A. First 3 cm of cervical dilatation. The start of labor is called the latent phase. This is when your cervix becomes soft and thin and starts opening for your baby to be born. This can take hours or sometimes days. A nurse is performing an assessment of a woman who is delivering. Which assessment finding would indicate a need to physician? A. Hemoglobin of 11.0 gram per deciliter. B. White blood cell count of 12,000. C. Fetal heart rate of 180 beats per minute. D. Maternal pulse rate of 85 beats per minute. The answer is C. Fetal heart rate of 180 beats per minute. Amniotic fluid importance, general knowledge. Amniotic fluid surrounds and cushion and protect the baby, allows the fetus to move freely, maintain body temperature to the fetus, and contain urine from the fetus cushion. A 34 weeks pregnant mother experiences a sudden gush of water from her vagina and mild uterine contraction. She informs about her conditions and requests if she could wait until the delivery. Which of the following is the best desired response for report to the hospital? A. Intravenous fluid and medicines needs to be administered. B. Observation is necessary to identify premature labor. C. Pain and fluid flow both need to be controlled. D. Fetal heart sound monitoring is necessary. Answer is D. Fetal heart sound monitoring is necessary. During a vaginal delivery of woman 38 years old, the nurse should consider the risk of which of the following? A. Acute bleeding and coma. B. Low potassium. C. Brain injury. D. Fetal heart rate. The answer is D. Fetal heart rate. A 34 weeks pregnant woman has hypertension. This problem is identified as A. Hypertension. B. Pregnancy-induced diabetes mellitus. C. Pregnancy-induced hypertension. D. Placenta previa. The answer is C. Pregnancy-induced hypertension. A nurse is explaining to the nursing students working on the antepartum unit how to assess edema. Which edema assessment score indicates edema of the lower extremities, face, hands, and sacral area? A. Positive 1. B. Positive 2. C. Positive 3. D. Positive 4. The answer is C. Positive 3. A 30 weeks pregnant woman complains that she has been craving to eat non-food substance. What is the term that describes this pregnant mother's condition? A. Pica. B. Bulimia. C. Anorexia. D. Binge eating. The answer is A. Pica. A mother of 9 children, 3 of them with congenital anomalies and 1 Down syndrome. She is primary school graduate with low financial status. She is not using any method of family planning, so the primary healthcare nurse has referred her for counseling. Which of the following is the best health education method that can be used? A. Community organization. B. Individual counseling. C. Group discussion. D. Health class. The answer is B. Individual counseling. A multiparous patient on day 1 postpartum is asking the nurse to send her baby to the nursery so she can sleep. What is the most likely phase of psychological adaptation? A. Taking in. B. Letting go. C. Taking go. D. Letting in. Answer is A. Taking in. The 3 phases of psychological adaptation postpartum mother. A. Taking in phase. During this phase, the mother is oriented primarily to her own needs. She primarily focuses on sleeping and eating. She may be quiet, passive, and dependent. B is taking hold phase. During this phase, the mother strives for independence and autonomy. She becomes the initiator. She is concerned about her ability to control her bodily functions, bowel, bladder, and breastfeeding, concerned about adequate amount and quality of milk. She takes an active part in trying to control this function. While C, letting go phase, generally this phase occurs when the mother returns home. The mother must accomplish 2 separations during this phase. The separations are to realize and accept the physical separation from the baby and to relinquish her former role of childless person. The mother must adjust her life to the relative dependency and helplessness of her child. A woman has polycystic ovary syndrome, which is 3 cm in size. What should the nurse do? A. Repeat the ultrasound after menstruation. B. Remove it by laparoscopy. C. Give the medication. D. None. The answer is A. Repeat the ultrasound after menstruation. Nancy, a primipara who is due to deliver next week, calls and tells the nurse she has been having contraction every 4 minutes for 1 hour. Before asking any further questions, the nurse confirmed that Nancy knows how to correctly time contraction, which is A. From the end of one contraction to the beginning of the next contraction. B. From the beginning of one contraction to the end of the next contraction. C. From the end of one contraction to the end of the next contraction. D. From the beginning of one contraction to the beginning of the next contraction. The answer is D. From the beginning of one contraction to the beginning of the next contraction. A 22-year-old Gravida 2 Para 1 with gestational age of 38 weeks admitted to the hospital. The chief complaint is decrease of fetal non-stress test revealed decreased variability and fetal movement. The next morning, as part of the antenatal, the nurse checks the fetal heart rate by Doppler synchride, decreased the fetal heart rate to less than 100 beats per minute. Which of the following action the nurse should do first? A. Reassure the mother that the fetal heart rate is okay. B. Notify immediately the physician or midwife. C. Reposition the patient to left lateral position. D. Ask the mother about the pattern of fetal movement. The answer is B. Notify immediately the physician or midwife. A pregnant patient admitted to triage with abdominal pain. On assessment, the fetal heart rate found 70 beats per minute. What is the first action for the nurse? A. Call the doctor. B. Report the findings. C. Put the patient in left lateral. The answer is A. Call the doctor. Which of the following statements describe puerperal infection? A. Presence of fever of 38 or higher from 2 days to 10 days. B. Presence of fever of 40. The answer is A. Presence of fever of 38 or higher from 2nd days to 10 days. When would a nurse schedule a woman for a glucose tolerance test? A. 6th to 10th week of pregnancy. B. 12th to 16th week of pregnancy. C. 24th to 28th week of pregnancy. D. 32nd to 36th week of pregnancy. The answer is C. 24th to 28 weeks of pregnancy. A newborn has diagnosis of developmental dysplasia of the hip or DDH and is using a Pavlik harness as treatment. Which of the following mechanical factors is associated with DDH? A. Intrauterine breech position. B. Cesarean section. C. Small infant size. D. Single fetus. The answer is A. Intrauterine breech position. When is the ideal time to administer analgesia to a woman in labor? A. As soon as she requests analgesia. B. When labor is well established. C. When the woman enters into transition phase. D. When the woman progresses from latent to active phase. The answer is D. When the woman progresses from latent to active phase. Which of the following would a nurse included in her discharge re-education for a postpartum patient regarding signs and symptoms that should be reported immediately? A. Lochia rubra persist. B. Nipples become red. C. Lochia decreases in amount. D. After pains increase with breastfeeding. Lochia rubra persist. Letter A. Every how many minutes to check fetal pulse within 2nd stage of labor? A. Every 5 minutes. B. 10 minutes. C. 15 minutes. D. 20 minutes. The answer is A. Every 5 minutes. When the nurse assessed the fundus of a multiparous mother who delivered 2 hours ago, she found the following level: 2 cm above the umbilicus. Position: deviated to the right. Consistency: not well contracted. What is the next nursing action after massaging the fundus until it becomes firm? A. Assess vital signs. B. Increase IV fluids. C. Evacuate the bladder. D. Ask the mother to rest. The answer is C. Evacuate the bladder.